there will be a conversation to be had that will be bonkers.
Not really.
Why not really?
Right now, he's the second best in Dallas Mavericks history, only because of the championship. Now, if he wins one, you could put him in that conversation with Dirk. He ain't over here yet. He's still in Dallas. He's a great player, but
that's 100% his prime, because you got to stay been playing pro since 16. Right now, he's 25. He's in the middle of his prime. Right now. Now, it's about how long his prime is going to last. Yeah, he's in his prime.
Luka and Jokic.
Yeah.
These are slow, unathletic players that are like moving at a different pace, right? We're athletic and move fast. They just slow down.
He was telling them once they drafted Luka, he was like, he's going to be the best player.
I remember that.
You remember that? We were sitting together talking.
Yes, I remember that.
He was like, he's going to be one of the best. I'm like, yeah, right. Because I'm like, how tall is he? Because now he starts to measure him up to me. And I'm like, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
Luka is the worst all-star I've ever seen in my life. He can score the ball, he can pass the ball, he can rebound, all that. He has no effort on defense. He don't want to play defense. He don't hustle for no loose balls. He don't hustle for no loose rebounds. I watched Drew Holiday about 3 to 4 times get extra rebounds when he's guarding. I'm like, yo, he don't try.
Since entering the NBA in 2018, Luka Doncic quickly established himself as one of the most electrifying and unique talents in the league. With his elite scoring ability, exceptional court vision, and consistent triple-double performances, he has redefined what it means to be a modern superstar. On any given night, Luka looks like a generational player capable of taking over the game in multiple ways. His journey to stardom began in Europe, where he dominated with Real Madrid and made history as the youngest EuroLeague MVP ever. Since arriving in the NBA with the Dallas Mavericks, he has earned multiple first-team All-NBA honors and led his team all the way to the NBA Finals, an achievement that further solidified his place among the league's elite. Still, despite his undeniable brilliance, Luka's ball-dominant style and leadership approach have sparked debate among NBA legends. Some admire his unmatched skill set, while others question whether his style can ultimately lead to a championship. Even so, his impact on the game is impossible to ignore, and conversations about his place among the all-time greats are already beginning to take shape. Recently, even Michael Jordan weighed in on Luka Doncic, and his comments could shift the narrative entirely. While Luka remains one of the brightest stars in the league, he continues to face criticism regarding his conditioning, defense, and on-court demeanor, factors some believe hold him back from being considered the best player in the world. However, Charles Barkley offers a different perspective. He sees Luka in a far more positive light, pushing back against the criticism and emphasizing his greatness. What Barkley had to say might just change the way people view Luka Doncic altogether.
I know. You see how quick they turned on Luka in the finals. I was like,
I know. That was bullshit.
I said,
I didn't like that.
Luka's the only reason they're in the finals. I mean, and then after game 1 and game 2, they're like, Luka can't play any defense. He's the reason the Celtics up 2-0, 3-0. I'm like, wait a minute. He's the only reason they're in.
The criticism surrounding Luka Doncic started to feel excessive. He came into last season in arguably the best shape of his career, and began the year playing at an elite level, but lingering injuries slowed his momentum as the season went on. Even with those setbacks, he still led the Dallas Mavericks on an impressive postseason run. When fully healthy, there's little doubt that Donnie belongs in the conversation as one of the top players in the league. Allen Iverson, one of the most iconic and transcendent talents in NBA history, built his legacy on a ball-dominant style of play. Known for his lethal crossover and fearless finishing at the rim, Iverson had a rare ability to create his own shot in any situation. Like Donnie, he thrived in high-pressure moments and consistently elevated his team in the playoffs. During his 2001 MVP season, Iverson carried a flawed Philadelphia roster all the way to the NBA Finals, solidifying his status as a generational player. To this day, Iverson has a deep appreciation for Donnie's game. In fact, he has even said that Luka is the player he would most want to share the court with, believing that Luka's size, vision, and scoring ability would make them an almost unguardable backcourt duo.
One of the days where I would want it to be Luka, because he's a big point guard.
Yeah.
I can still play the 2.
Yeah.
He can guard the 2. I guard the 1. You know what I mean? And I think it'll just be.
LeBron James, widely regarded as the defining player of his generation, understands better than most the pressure that comes with entering the league as a highly anticipated prospect. After not only meeting but exceeding enormous expectations since 2003, LeBron sees clear similarities between his own journey and the rise of Luka Doncic. He has followed Luka's career closely and continues to be impressed by how the young star handles the spotlight, the scrutiny, and the weight of expectations. For LeBron, what truly separates Luka is his versatility and his ability to elevate everyone around him on the court. What LeBron said next about Luka's talent and mindset offers real insight into why he holds him in such high regard and why he believes Luka is built for greatness.
I love everything about his game, love everything about him. The way he plays the game reminds me of the way I play the game. We're just triple threats. We rebound, we pass, which is the number one thing on our mind, trying to keep our teammates engaged and keep our teammates feeling good out on the floor, keeping our teammates in rhythm. And we'll put 40 on you too if you disrespect.
Dirk Nowitzki was Luka Doncic's teammate during Luka's rookie season, which also marked the end of Dirk's legendary career as a European star who thrived in Dallas. Dirk has always had high praise for Luka. Their shared time as Mavericks created a special bond. And Dirk couldn't be happier that Dallas fans now have another generational talent to cheer for beyond their time as teammates. Dirk is an admirer of Luka's game, often noting his incredible offensive versatility and rapid improvement since entering the league. What Dirk said about Luka perfectly captures why he believes Doncic is destined for greatness.
Man, I'm so mad. He's breaking every one of my records, man. This is over. I'm thrilled for him, obviously. I got to know him. My last year was his first year in the league. It was just great to see him, get to know him a little bit. And I think we saw then in year 1 that the sky's the limit for him. But I honestly didn't think he could go there. I mean, the way he has no offensive holes in his game. He can do it all. He can shoot the step back. He can go both ways. He can post. He's got the mid range. He's got the flow. He's got all the horse shots. I mean, he's got the full package, and he's been tremendous to watch. Every year, I'm saying this kid can't possibly get better, and then sure enough, next year he comes back with more in his repertoire. It's been incredible to watch his first couple of years in the league get better, and hopefully Mavs fans enjoy him for a long.
Gilbert Arenas was one of the most explosive scorers of his era, capable of taking over games in an instant when he caught fire. Since retiring, he has reinvented himself as one of basketball's most outspoken voices, regularly making headlines with bold and often controversial opinions on his podcast. True to form, Arenas hasn't held back when discussing Luka Doncic. In one of his more debated takes, he argues that Luka shouldn't be compared to legends like Michael Jordan or even modern stars such as James Harden. According to Arenas, Luka's defensive limitations prevent him from being mentioned alongside Jordan, who dominated on both ends of the floor. He also raises questions about Luka's offensive style, suggesting it doesn't quite match the scoring volume and isolation-heavy approach that defined Harden's game. In Arenas' view, Luka still has significant ground to cover before entering the conversation for all-time greatness. His comments highlight just how divided opinions remain when it comes to Luka Doncic, even among former NBA stars.
Then you have Luka over here who's compared to Michael Jordan, and he's James Harden. He's literally James Harden, right? A dude who scored a lot of points, don't play no defense, right? But we see what they did to James Harden, who didn't play defense. They let the world know he didn't play no defense. They let the world know he was a one-sided player. This is all he do. He's just a stat keeper. Luka is considered the next Michael Jordan. The Michael Jordan who played defense and offense. And we have one-sided where we go, oh, one-sided. Well, we know what that looks like. That's James Harden. Can he say he's better than James Harden at scoring? Can't even do that. They can't even you can't even argue that he's a better scorer than James Harden in that same category. But he's considered the next Michael Jordan.
Luka Doncic is on track to become eligible for a historic contract extension next offseason, one that could reach as high as $346 million if he continues performing at an elite level. With the league's new TV deal and rising revenue expected to dramatically increase the salary cap over the next decade, player earnings are projected to reach unprecedented levels, with top stars potentially making over $100 million per year by the early 2030s. Under the NBA's Supermax structure, players can earn up to 35% of the salary cap, and with projections suggesting the cap could surpass $300 million by 2032, Donnie's future earning power is unlike anything the league has ever seen. Amid these staggering financial projections, Shaquille O'Neal, a Hall of Famer known for both his dominance on the court and his business mindset, offered some important advice for Luka during an appearance on the Pat McAfee Show. Shaq's message provides a unique perspective on how Donnie should approach the next phase of his career, both on and off the court.
Luka's about to get the $100 million, right, Pat?
Yes, sir.
If I was him, I would just say, okay, just pay me $20 million this year and defer that $80 million. Just defer it till I'm done playing. Because you know that $80 million is not going to really be that $80 million after taxes. But I would say just pay me $20 million and the other $80 after taxes, just put it away. I don't want to see it to him.
Shaquille O'Neal is famously known for once burning through his first NBA contract in a matter of hours, but over time, he transformed himself into one of the league's most successful businessmen.